My beloved soul, I know there is a specific loneliness you have been feeling, one that cuts deeper than any other. It is the loneliness of carrying a dream, a promise, or a conviction in your heart, looking around and finding no eyes that shine with the same certainty. You speak of your hope and receive a polite smile, a look of pity, or worse, the silence of disbelief in return. The people you love, perhaps with the best intentions, try to bring you back to reality, advising you to be more practical, not to dream so high, to accept things as they are. Each of those words, each of those looks, feels like a small stone thrown against the fragile glass of your faith. You have felt like a voice crying in the desert, questioning your own sanity, asking yourself, am I the one who is wrong? Am I deluding myself? In your most vulnerable moments, you may have thought about quitting, lowering your flag, and settling for the possible that everyone preaches. It is exactly at this point of isolation and doubt that my voice needs to sound in your spirit like a war trumpet. What I am about to unveil to you next can transform your life, because it is not an opinion, it is a verdict. I, the God who calls into existence things that are not, the one whose opinion overrides all others, declare over your life, you will win. Yes, you, with your unlikely dream, with your promise that seems impossible, you will win. And you will win even if no one else believes. Your victory does not depend on their approval, their support, or their faith. It never did. It depends on one single thing, my word released over your life. And my word, my daughter, does not return to me empty. Before continuing the message, write this word of faith in the comments. God guides me to success and true happiness. By doing this, you are transferring your source of validation. You are disconnecting from the crowd's opinion and connecting to your Creator's approval. Now, continuing the message, I invite you to square your shoulders, lift your chin. Their disbelief is not a reflection of your promise. It is a reflection of their limitation. They judge with eyes of the flesh. They calculate with the math of the earth. But you and I, we operate with the physics of heaven, where faith is the currency and miracles are the norm. My precious soul, why does the disbelief of others affect you so much? Because deep in your heart, you seek validation, an external confirmation that you are not alone in your faith. This is human, but I am calling you to a higher level of spiritual maturity. The most potent faith is not the one applauded by the crowd, but the one that perseveres in the silence of isolation. It is the faith of Noah, who built an ark under a blue sky, enduring everyone's mockery because he heard a word from me. It is the faith of Abraham, who left his land toward a place he did not know, based only on a promise. It is the faith of David, who faced a giant with a sling and a stone, when an entire army trembled with fear. The story of my kingdom was not written by men and women who followed the consensus, but by those who dared to be the dissonance, by those who dared to believe my word above visible reality. The disbelief around you is not an obstacle to your victory. It is actually part of my plan. It serves two glorious purposes. First, it purifies you. It forces you to examine your own heart and ask, am I believing this because others support me, or because God spoke to me? External opposition burns away every impure motive and leaves only the pure gold of your personal conviction in me. It transforms you from a follower into a leader. Second, and most importantly, their disbelief sets the stage for my glory. If everyone believed your dream was possible, when it came to pass, they would say, we knew it. It was logical. It was expected. But because no one believes when your victory appears, it will be so shocking, so inexplicable, so clearly an act of mine that no one will be able to steal my glory. Their unbelief is the black background against which the diamond of my power will shine with greater intensity. Now, before we continue this message, write in the comments, I trust the Lord. By doing this, you are declaring that the only opinion that matters to you is mine. It is your act of divorce from the need for human approval. If this message touched your heart and you wish to support this mission, click on Super Thanks and help spread words of light, encouragement, and inspiration to many lives. Continuing, rejoice in the opposition, Be thankful for the disbelief. It is proof that what I am doing in your life is so big, it does not fit in the small box of human logic. It is confirmation that you are on the path of a genuine miracle. My blessed soul, your victory has already been decreed in heaven. What you are living now is not the battle to see if you will win, but simply the unfolding of time until that victory appears on earth. In this interim, your task is not to convince others, but to convince yourself every day of the truth of my promise. You need to become your own greatest cheerleader. Your inner dialogue must change. When the voice of doubt, echoing external disbelief, rises in your mind, you need to be ready to counterattack with my truth. What I am doing in you today is a belief system transplant. I am removing the system based on external evidence and replacing it with one based on the internal evidence of my word in your spirit. How is this done? Through declaration. Your words do not just describe reality, they create it. Start speaking about your victory as a done deal. Not if I win, but when I win. Not I hope it happens, but I know it is happening. Speak about your healing, your restoration, your open door, even if your physical eyes do not see it yet. This is not a denial of reality. It is the imposition of my superior reality over the natural one. I, your God, am sending you a special sign. The sign you wait for is in this verse. Hebrews 11:1, which says, "Now faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see." Your faith is not a vague wish. It is your evidence. It is your legal proof in the court of the Spirit that what you hope for is already yours. Write in the comments, "I receive this message and am blessed," and send love and protection to the person you love, declaring that her faith is also the evidence of your victory. If this message touched your heart, show your support with a super thanks and help spread this message of light. And before we move on, let me lead you to something I prepared to further strengthen your faith. If you feel you need inner healing, spiritual reconnection, purpose, and prosperity aligned with my heart, there is a path of 31 days waiting for you. Each day of this walk was created for me to speak to you in a deeper and more personal way. If you wish to follow this road, the link is in the description and the first pinned comment. Now, let us continue the message. If you are not subscribed to the channel, do it now. By subscribing, you keep yourself immersed in an environment of faith that will suffocate the voices of doubt. Surround yourself with truth. Saturate your mind with my word. Listen to testimonies of others who won against all odds. Create a greenhouse environment for your faith, protecting it from the cold of unbelief. You cannot afford to feed on skepticism and expect your faith to thrive. My beloved soul, for your victory to be complete, and for you to walk in it with the dignity of a queen, forgiveness is the key that unlocks the last door. The disbelief of others may have left wounds in you. The feeling of being judged, ridiculed, or underestimated. If you do not deal with these wounds, you might reach your promised land, but carrying the bitterness of the desert. That bitterness will steal the sweetness of your victory. You need to forgive those who doubted you, not because they asked for forgiveness, but because you need freedom. Resentment is a chain that keeps you tied to them. I am calling you to fly, and you cannot fly while chained. Understand their hearts. Often, their disbelief is not about you. It is about them. It is a reflection of their fears, their limitations, the dreams they themselves gave up chasing. By mocking your dream, they are trying to justify the absence of theirs. Have compassion. They are trapped in a cage you are about to leave. Your greatest revenge will not be saying, "I told you so." It will be your transformed life, your radiant joy, which might give them the courage to dream again too. And the most crucial forgiveness is forgiving yourself. Forgive yourself for every time you doubted, for every time their disbelief shook you, for every time you thought about quitting. You are human. Your faith does not need to be perfect to be effective. It just needs to be directed at me. Your path has been one of learning, and doubt was part of the curriculum. Do not be ashamed of it. Embrace it as part of the story that will make your testimony even more powerful and real. Write in the comments a list of people, including yourself, whom you would like to forgive. Visualize each of them, send love, and say, "I forgive you and set you free." Peace be with you. Feel the lightness and freedom that forgiveness brings. Repeat this practice every day to strengthen your inner peace and release anxiety. By doing this, you are cleaning your heart for the celebration. You are ensuring that when your victory arrives, it will be pure joy, uncontaminated by any root of bitterness or "I told you so." You will win with grace. That is the mark of my true champions. My precious soul, as you walk these last few yards of your solitary faith walk, I want you to know that you are not truly alone. Where human vision fails, spiritual reality prevails. And in spiritual reality, you are surrounded. You are surrounded by a great cloud of witnesses, all the heroes of faith who have walked this earth, who face their own share of disbelief and opposition, are in the stands of heaven, and they are not silent. They are cheering for you. They understand your fight. They know the glorious ending that awaits you. They applaud you with every step of faith. You are surrounded by my army of angels. I dispatched my most powerful warriors to go before you, to smooth the paths, to remove obstacles, to fight battles you cannot see. Every word of doubt thrown against you is intercepted and annulled in the realm of the Spirit. You are walking in a corridor of angelic protection, and above all, you are surrounded by me. I am not just in heaven, watching. I am in you, by my Spirit. I am the strength in your knees when they shake. I am the conviction in your heart when your mind wavers. I am the fire in your soul that refuses to be put out. Your faith is not a product of yours. It is a gift from me, which I myself sustain within you. What you feel as a lonely mission is actually the most well-accompanied mission in the universe. Your victory will not be an individual feat. It will be a team victory. Your perseverance, united with the power of heaven. Therefore, when you feel alone, quiet your heart and try to listen. Hear the roar of applause from the cloud of witnesses. Feel the wind of the angels moving around you. And above all, feel the constant pulse of my presence in your chest, speaking softly. We are in this together, and we are not going to lose. My blessed soul, your victory, when it appears, will have a purpose that far transcends your own vindication. It will be a key that unlocks doors for many others. Your story of "no one believed, but God did it" will become a lighthouse. It will give other people, who also feel isolated in their own dreams, permission to believe. Your life will prove that you do not need the crowd's support to have God's favor. You will become a paradigm breaker, living proof that I do not operate inside the boxes of human logic. You will be an inspiration for dreamers, inventors, pioneers, for all those who carry in their hearts a divine project the world considers madness. Your testimony will tell them, if God did it for me, He can do it for you. Do not give up on what He placed in your heart, no matter how lonely the road. Share this video with 2 dear people who need this message of hope and faith. Let us build a chain of love and mutual support together. Leave a comment with a prayer of faith and hope. A simple, "Lord, let my victory inspire others to believe in the impossible," aligns your miracle with my redemptive purpose for the world. Furthermore, your victory will bring a healthy fear and a reassessment to the hearts of those who doubted. Not to shame them, but to wake them up. They will be forced to acknowledge there is a greater reality, a higher power at work. Your miracle can be the catalyst for salvation or for restoring faith in the life of someone who was skeptical. Your lonely yes to me can multiply into a harvest of yeses around you. I am not just giving you a personal victory. I am handing you a platform, and your message will be your own life. Get ready, for your anonymity is about to end. Not for you to become a celebrity, but for me to be glorified through your unlikely story. My precious soul, with victory so close and your commission so clear, what should be your final posture? It is the posture of royalty. You are no longer a beggar, waiting for a handout of faith. You are no longer a defender trying to prove your point of view. You are a daughter of the King, walking in the certainty of the word your father released. And a queen does not walk anxiously. She walks with serene dignity. Your posture, starting today, is that of victorious rest. Stop fighting to convince. Stop spending your energy on fruitless debates. Use that energy to rejoice in the promise. Start planning your celebration party. Start dreaming about what you will do after the victory appears. Shift your focus from the battle to the celebration. This attitude of faith confuses the enemy and gladdens my heart. Your posture is that of confident silence. You no longer need to defend yourself. Your silence from now on will not be resignation but authority. It will be the silence of someone who knows something others do not. Let them talk. Let them doubt. Your answer will not come from your mouth but from my hand. My vindication will be my act, and it will be more eloquent than any argument you could formulate. Your posture is that of gratitude. Start thanking me, not just for the victory that will come, but for the path that brought you here. Thank me for the opposition, which strengthened your faith. Thank me for the isolation, which deepened your intimacy with me. Thank me for every human no, which made you more dependent on my divine yes. A grateful heart is a victorious heart, even before the battle ends. Rest, silence, and gratitude. This is your royal posture. It is how you wait for your coronation, not with anxiety, but with the calm certainty of one who has already been chosen and whose reign has already been decreed. My beloved soul, we have reached the end of our war council and the beginning of your triumphal march. The final word has been spoken. The verdict has been sealed. Together we unmasked disbelief as a tool for my glory. We equipped you with the weapons of declaration, forgiveness, and celestial perspective. You understood that you are not alone, and that your victory will serve as a key for many. And you assumed your royal posture of rest, silence, and gratitude. Now the battlefield has changed. The fight is no longer external against others' opinions. The only fight remaining is internal, against the temptation to step down from your throne of confidence and return to the arena of argument. And that is a fight you, with my grace, have already won. For my part, I give you my final guarantee. I, the God who cannot lie, will honor my word in your life. Your victory is not a possibility. It is a divine appointment, and it will come at the perfect time and in the most glorious way. So there are no doubts about who is your defender, your provider, and your king. Your part, my daughter, my champion, is simply to stay at your post. It is to keep your head high. It is to ignore the noise of the crowd and keep your ears tuned only to my voice. It is to walk, starting today, not as someone hoping to win, but as someone who has already won and is just waiting for the award ceremony. Leave this meeting with new authority in your spirit. You do not need anyone's permission to believe. You do not need anyone's applause to move forward. You have my word, and that is all you need. And it is all you will ever need. Go now. Your victory awaits. If this message resonated with you and your situation, write in the comments, "My victory comes from the Lord, and I will not doubt." Your words strengthen your faith and also light the path for other people who need this light. Share your experiences in the comments. And before we close, I need to lead you to something I prepared especially for you. I have seen your search for inner healing, spiritual reconnection, a new purpose, and prosperity that comes from my hands. None of this is by chance. When your heart cries out, I open ways. Therefore, through this channel, I have placed before you a guided walk of 31 days, a process where daily I can speak with more depth to your spirit. This is not just an ebook. It is a path of restoration, alignment, and growth, created to strengthen your faith, renew your hope, and open doors you never imagined. If you feel this call, access the link I left in the description and also in the first pinned comment of this video. Start this walk of healing, reconnection, purpose, and prosperity today. I will be with you on every page, guiding your steps and lighting your path. If this message touched your heart, like this video and subscribe to the channel to continue receiving my word. Thank you for being here, and I will see you in the next video.